Hello everyone. Today we're studying electricity safety work regulations. Technical measures. Technical measures to ensure safety are the most effective measures to ensure the safety of electrical equipment and personnel life safety. It's the most effective and indispensable technical means in order to carry out work on fully or partially de-energized equipment, to prevent the outage equipment from sudden personnel from inadvertently, accidentally touching the energized equipment, causing electric shock accidents, working in or near a substation that is already in operation, or working on electrical equipment in the vicinity of electrical equipment, or in the event of a power failure, should strictly implement electricity safety regulations, fulfill the power failure ticket system, whether full or partial blackout operation. In order to ensure personal safety, must carry out blackout, check the power, installation of grounding wire, hanging signs, and installing the four safety measures such as shielding fence. But before the blackout operation, the first technical measure is power failure. The scope of blackout should be in addition to the maintenance of construction equipment, the distance from the normal activities of workers, less than the energized equipment in the second column of the following table, distance to maintenance equipment, unobstructed energized equipment less than the third column in the table below, should be de-energized. Second, classification of outage work. Outage work refers to in the case of electrical equipment or lines are not energized. Electrical maintenance work carried out. Blackout work is divided into full blackout work and partial blackout work. Full blackout refers to all indoor high voltage equipment is de-energized, including house wires. The door to the neighboring high voltage room is completely closed, and outdoor high voltage equipments are completely de-energized, including inlet lines. The operation in the case of partial power failure means partial power failure of high voltage equipment or total power failure of indoor and the door to the neighboring high voltage room is not fully locked. Safety requirements for power failure. The first requirement is the electrical equipment or circuits to be de-energized must be completely disconnected from all sources of power. Ensure safety. The second requirement is disconnect the power not only to pull the circuit breaker, disconnecting switch. The purpose of disconnecting the disconnecting switch is to separate the energized equipment between energized and de-energized equipment to provide a visible point. The third requirement, to prevent disconnected circuit breakers from being closed inadvertently. The second technical measure is the power test. When checking high voltage, the operator must wear insulated gloves to prevent electrical shock. When checking electricity, should use a corresponding voltage level tested and within the validity period of the electrical test apparatus. Especially prohibit the use of lower or higher than the corresponding voltage level. Electricity checker. Before checking the electricity, it should be tested on the electrical equipment first. Confirm that the checker is in good condition. Cannot be in the electric equipment on the test. Can use high voltage generator, etc. Confirm that the checker is in good condition. On a wood pole, wooden ladder, or wooden frame, The checker cannot indicate without grounding wire. Can be connected to ground wire at the end of the insulated pole of the checker. However, it should be approved by the person in charge of operation duty or the person in charge of the work. Power tests should be carried out phase by phase from near to far. Next, let's look at an accident caused by a violation of safety regulations. A county power company employee, Zhang Mo, without requesting permission, unauthorized to his jurisdiction, village number 1 transformer frame to install energy meters. Zhang was unsupervised. After pulling the destruction transformer drop fuse. Without taking other appropriate safety measures, climbed the transformer pole operation. During the operation, Zhang's head accidentally touched the electrified 10 kilovolt high voltage fuse, resulting in death by electrocution. After investigation, causes of the accident, there are 3 main aspects. From the ideological point of view, Zhang simply do not have safety awareness, working alone, disregard for safety, operating without a work ticket. Zhang violated the safety regulations, work on fully or partially de-energized power distribution equipment. Should fill in the first kind of work ticket. Failure to fill in the first type of work ticket. The safety measures listed in the work ticket cannot be strictly implemented. Failure to carry out power test. Hanging the ground wire. Unsupervised. Risky operation. Zhang did not ask the unit for instructions. Unsupervised. Without taking any safety measures, climbing the transformer pole operation. Precautionary measures. According to the work task for the first kind of work ticket for power lines, must promote employee safety education and carry out danger point analysis and pre-control. Strictly enforced to carry out the blackout operation. Check the electricity in the work lot. Installation of grounding wire technical measures. Ensure that they are in place. Establishment of specialized guardians. On-site work supervisors. The whole process should be supervised. The third technical measure is grounding. The so-called grounding refers to the electrical equipment at the workplace with good conductivity of metal and grounding network, reliably connected, so that the potential on the working equipment is the same as the ground potential. Forms a protective area for equal potential operation. Grounding can be accomplished by closing the grounding knife gates or by hanging a temporary grounding wire. The purpose of grounding: preventing electrocution of workers caused by a sudden call, to discharge the induced charge on the outage equipment, drain the residual charge into the earth, to prevent injuries caused by residual or induced charges. Installation of the grounding wire has the following requirements. Installation of the grounding wire should be carried out by 2 people. Selection of a suitable grounding wire. The order of installation of the grounding wire is first connected to the grounding terminal, then connect the conductor end. Remove in reverse order. For all aspects of the line or equipment that may be fed to an outage or equipment, grounding conductor should be installed or close the grounding knife gate. Each set of grounding wires shall be numbered and stored in a fixed location, and dismantle the grounding wire should be recorded. Shift handover should be clearly explained. The last technical measure is hanging signboards and installing fences. Hanging signboards, installation of cover, can alert the personnel concerned to correct the wrong operation or action to be carried out. During maintenance work, for their own safety and the safety of others, it is often necessary to hang in signs and installing fences for their own safety and the safety of others. During partial power outages, when the normal range of motion of workers' equipment that is not de-energized is less than the specified distance, unplugged equipment should be equipped with a temporary fence. The power can be fed to the switches and knife gates at the workplace, and the operating handle of a knife gate shall be hung. Prohibition of closing. Manned work sign. If someone is working on the line switch and knife gate operating handles shall be marked with the knife gate operating handles. No closing. Line work signs should be displayed at the place of work. Work here sign. Work on outdoor structures shall be displayed at the place of work. Beams adjacent to energized parts. Hanging stop. High voltage danger sign. After the safety measures have been taken, staff are not allowed to remove workers, are strictly prohibited from moving or removing barriers and signs during work. Let's look at another safety violation. A power authority was working on a low voltage line. The person in charge of the work neither filled out the work ticket and operation ticket, neither did he test the electricity, hanging grounding wire, hanging signs, and other safety measures. After pulling the isolation switch and then arranged to start work, agricultural electrician Limo finished the work of connecting the bow line of pole number 5, riding a bicycle to meet the completion of the number 5 pole to connect the bow line work. He asked the others how they were doing. He replied, "They are all left." Lee said, "They're gone. I'm going to deliver the electricity." Lee was not in charge of the work. He did not ask about the work on pole number 6. Delivered the electricity. B was disconnecting the bow line on pole number 6 was electrocuted, rescued and died. After investigation, the cause of the accident is mainly the following: work without a ticket, work ticket issuer, serious violation of rules by the person in charge of the work and the operator, construction worker, no work ticket and operation ticket for power outage and transmission operations, violation of work permit system, work termination, and reception of power supply system. Lee was not the person in charge of the work and did not ask about the work of pole number 6. He operated savagely, blindly sent power. The members of the work team were seriously irresponsible. The person working on pole number 5 to connect the bow line without knowing whether the work of the other crew members of the work team was finished or not. The crew had all left the site. Preventive measures must strengthen the work ticket and other work procedures. Strictly prohibit work without a ticket. Strengthen employee safety education. Enhance safety awareness. 2. Formulate construction programs. Prepare on-site safety organization measures and technical measures. According to the construction task, fill out and issue work tickets. Hang a closed ground wire on the work site before operation. Hang the power side. Prohibit the closing of the gates. Line manned work. Signage. Prevent misoperation. 3. After completion of the work, conduct a thorough inspection of the work site. Confirm that the line of work, no leftover tools and materials, and all workers are evacuated from the site. Remove all grounding wires from the site. Report the work to the work authorizer. Handle the finalization of the work. Only then can the line resume power transmission. Safety starts from me. Safety is my companion. I hope that students in the future work strictly guard the safety line. Always put safety in the first place. Thank you, everyone.